Hey everybody, Preston with N3 Boatworks, here with our 2001 Super Air Nautique. I want to get you guys a good look at the condition of this boat. We've put a lot of work into, and hopefully you guys can hear me all right. It's a little windy outside, but let's get started. Obviously you can see it's in green. There was a lot of fading on this boat when we first got it in, and we did a lot of buffing to get the color to come back out. I think we did a pretty good job of that. With our, we got our white N Nautique logo on the side. Brand new Air Nautique decal on both sides of the boat, as well as the Super Air Nautique logo on the back here. Well, let's go down, get you guys a 360-degree view, and then I'll get into more detail on any imperfections on the exterior. As you can see, we got the black tower as it was original in 2001 with the bimini top. Around the port side, it's sitting on a tandem axle Ramblin trailer with spare tire. Nice wheels on there. The tires on there are in all right condition. Safe to trailer. Maybe a few years down the line, depending on how much you trailer. The tread is a little worn on those. And on both sides of the trailer, we have brand new fenders on that as well. So those look fresh, not all bent up like you see on a lot of older boats. But let's dig in, kind of point out any imperfections on the boat here. You'll see in a couple small spots, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's some small bits of fading up towards the bow, just below that pop-up pylon there and the tower base. It does have the black pinstriping over the N logo on the side. There's a few spots where it's a little chewed up. It is the original pinstriping, so you'll see that down the boat a little bit. Note, just right in front of the Air logo, there's some chewed up pinstriping there. On the left side of the boat, port side, you'll see a little bit of fading down towards the bottom. It's a little bit more difficult for us to buff out those spots due to the steps in the hull, but so you'll see a little bit of fading there at the bottom towards the back end, as well as a little bit of the final pinstriping coming up there. On the port back left, there's one small scratch in the gel, through the gel right there. It's pretty small, you can see that. It's about the size of my tip of my finger. Get that to focus in a little better for you guys. Our platform is not currently finished right now, but that is on our to-do list, so disregard that. That thing will be looking fresh, and Teak will be back looking good again. Now, one thing here you'll see on the back right, looks like they may have bashed the rub rail a little bit at one point in time, and there's a little bit of spider cracking in the gel. Now, this is just the gel coat. Get this to focus in a little better for you guys. This is just the gel coat. It runs from about here to here, so about a foot long. Just in the gel, purely cosmetic, but that is one thing we wanted to point out. That you'll see on the boat is a little bit of that spider crack in the gel coat. That's the only spot on the boat that has any type of cracking like that. Again, brand new fresh graphics on this side, and underneath, same story as on the other side, is a little bit of fading below the water line. Sorry about that. See if we can point this out. Any other scratches? There are some really small little scratches just near the driver's seat. So you can see those there. Those run till about right before the gas cap. So just a few small scratches in the gel. on right above the rub rail. Nothing serious. Let's see here. Get you guys a look down the front. Again, same story, similar story to the other side. Some of the pinstriping, there's just some chew marks on them. Nothing major. If you step back a few feet, you don't even really see it. Same with back here. Oh, one other scratch on the boat I wanted to point out before we hop on the inside. Just down here, in between the exhaust and your speedo, is a little chip there in the fiberglass and through the gel. Overall, there's nothing hugely major on this thing. The exterior's in pretty darn good shape. Solid, nothing structural. And then you'll see there's another gouge up there and right above the rub rail on the bow. So, I think I covered everything on the outside. A lot of small scratches, a couple gouges, 3 of these I think that are kind of through the gel a little bit, but those aren't huge. So let's take a look at the inside. We spent a lot of time working on this thing, mainly on the engine. This thing has a brand new PCM 5.8 liter engine. I'll show you that first before we dive into the interior. On these, you got to put some weight into the engine hatch to get them to pop up. But there's our engine, brand new manifold, brand new intake, and brand new block, everything. I mean, it's gone through our full service. Runs great. We just had it out on the water. You can check out the video of us out on the water as well. But we've ran it, put some hours on it, made sure everything's good and running on this thing. And beside the motor mount, on either side, we're going to have storage compartments. Under there, you'll see we have a brand new full cover and a snap-on bow cover as well. And then our boot for our bimini top, which you can fold that thing up so you can trailer it without having to take the bimini entirely off the boat. There's that there for you. On into the interior. We'll point out any imperfections in here, but this is overall in pretty good shape as far as the vinyl goes. You'll see seams start to split off in this one corner, but there's no major stains in the vinyl. It is not original interior, we can tell that a couple of ways. Primarily from this yellow Nautique logo that did not come from the factory that way. So that's kind of a giveaway that this was replaced at some point in time. And there's a few spots where the seats don't quite fit as well as they would have from the factory. For example, on this jumper seat here next to the captain that flips up, there's a little bit of a gap between the seating here. Same for this back corner. And if we come on up into the bow, you'll see they don't sit quite flush up there. It's a little bit smaller. Again, the vinyl's in pretty darn good shape. There's plenty of life left in it. Got our bow filler cushion up here and storage under any of those seats up in the front. We did a brand new stereo system in here. You can't see them because they're right behind the screens, but it's a full Roswell speaker system aside from the sub, which is a 10-inch Polk sub. But we've got 6 Roswell speakers through the interior, 4 in the main part, 2 up front. And underneath, if we flip this seat up, you'll see all of our amps. We've got some Rockford Fosgate amps in there and our 10-inch Polk sub. So pretty awesome updated stereo on this boat. And we've rigged it up full wireless with Bluetooth. So you can connect your phone directly without any cable hookups or anything like that. And we'll be bumping. Let me show you one other split. So you'll see right there, these are the only 2 seam splits in the boat. One on that sun pad, one on that corner there. Aside from that, you might notice maybe a little bit of wear on some of the threading, but overall it looks good in this 2001 Super Air Nautique. As far as storage goes, you're gonna have storage under pretty much all the seats. You've got to the left there, there's a little plate over this side. You got down under there. Same goes for over here. A couple fire extinguishers in there. Storage all across the back. Along with that, you're gonna have a ski locker here, which goes way up into the bow. Good spot for some extra gear. This is equipped with a working heater, so you got an outlet there for it. We'll move on over to the dash. So on the dash we have our GPS Stargazer Perfect Pass, and that puck is up there just below that cup holder in the bow. Tachometer, speedometer, oil temp, oil pressure, got a depth gauge, water temperature gauge, which I believe that was reading a little off, a little colder than actual, but that is there in the dash. And we do have a keyless ignition. Put in whatever code you want. And on the right side we've got your nav lights, ballast pumps, heater, switch, blower, things like that. And our fuel gauge is just under here, along with our battery voltage. Adjustable steering wheel on the dash as well. But you look at the driver's seat. That driver's seat's in pretty darn good shape. No cracks or anything. I did mention ballast. So in the boat we've got two 250-pound ballast tanks, one on each side. Back under here, under our storage lockers. Those are 250-pound tanks. Those are controlled. The pumps are turned on and off up here on the dash, and you do have to go back behind the driver's seat, turn these knobs to open and close the valves, and again, that'll put some ballast in the rear end of the boat and make for a nicer wakeboard wake. Also seats 9. This 21-foot boat. Trying to think what else we got. We got a tower mounted mirror on there, along with our bimini top, which is currently deployed, so you can see that. And then our hookup point for wakeboarding up top. Again, the bimini does stow in a boot, so you can zip that thing up and trailer it down the road without having to take the whole frame off. But give us a call if you have any questions. Again, we put a lot of time and work into this boat and getting it up and running into where it's going to be a really reliable boat for somebody. So please give us a call if you want to talk more about it. We'd love to have you come in and take a look, but it's here in the lot. You can reach us at 317-845-9253 and check out our other videos and pictures on our website. Have a good day.